Welcome, you are listening Radio Central News. I'm Chandni and now news in detail. The protest against the centre's new farm law looks set to intensify further as more farmers are expected to join the ongoing agitation at Delhi's border point to press for their demands. Over 2,000 women from the families of those protesting at the Singhu border here are likely to join the demonstration in the coming days. Farmer leaders said they were making arrangements for their women coming from different parts of Punjab. Tents are being put up, a separate langar is being planned, and extra temporary toilets are being arranged, they added. With farmers from different states camping at Delhi, Singhu, Tikri, and Ghazipur border points from over 2 weeks to demand a rebuild of the farm laws enacted in September. Several roads have been closed and commuters advised to take alternative routes to avoid inconvenience. Police says Singhu, Auchandi, PI, Maniari, Sambholi and Mangesh borders were closed and commuters have been advised to take alternative routes via Lampur, Safiabad and Singhu School toll tax borders while traffic has been diverted from Mukarba and GTK Road. Outer Ring Road, GTK Road and NH44 can be avoided, they said. The Ghazipur border also remained closed for traffic coming from Ghazipur to Delhi due to the protest. Commuters have been advised to take other routes via Anand Vihar, DND, Chilla, Apsara and Bhopra borders. Multi-layered cemented barriers, additional police force and barbed wires form the first layer of security at the Singhu border protest site. The second layer of barricades deployed by the Delhi police is being guarded by a team of rapid action force along with personnel from the paramilitary forces. Water cannon trucks, container and iron barricades have also been deployed. On Monday, leaders of around 32 farm unions observed a day-long hunger strike at the Singhu border as part of the protest. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday said farmers were being misled about agriculture reforms and the reforms were exactly what farmer bodies and even opposition parties had been asking over the years. The Prime Minister, who unveiled various developmental projects in Gujarat, including a desalination plant, a hybrid renewable energy park, and a fully automated milk processing and packing plant, reaffirmed his government's commitment to the welfare of farmers and said his government will always address their farm concern. People who are sitting in the opposition and misleading farmers today were in the favor of these farm reforms during their government. They could not make a decision during their government. Today, when the nation has taken a historic step, then these people are misleading farmers, he said. He said a conspiracy was going on around Delhi to confuse farmers and they were being told that after the new agri reforms, the land would be occupied by others. Tell me, if a dairy has a contract of collecting milk from you, do they take away your cattle too, he asked. He said one had to keep up with the changing times and embrace global best practices and lauded the farmers in Kutch, saying they were now exporting fruits abroad. This indicated the innovative zeal of farmers. He said they added that agriculture, dairy and fisheries sector had prospered in Gujarat over the last 2 decades due to minimum interference from the government. What Gujarat did was to empower farmers and cooperatives. The Prime Minister recalled the moment in time when the people of Gujarat had a simple demand to get electricity during dinner time. Things had changed so much in Gujarat and today's youth in Gujarat were not even aware of the earlier days of inconvenience, he said. India achieved several significant milestones in its fight against COVID-19 on Tuesday as the national recovery rate further escalated to 95.12% and new confirmed cases fell by 22,100. In a major boost to the war against COVID, there were 22,065 new confirmed cases in the past 24 hours, below the 22,100 mark after 161 days. The new added cases were 22,252 on July 7, 2020 last, while 354 deaths were reported in the past 24 hours. With a high number of COVID patients recovering every day and the sustained fall in the mortality rate, India's steady trend of registering dipping active cases continued. In another achievement, the active cases has drastically declined below 3.4 lakh. The total positive cases of the country are 3,39,820 and now comprises merely 3.43% of the total cases. The dip in active cases is supplemented by an exponential rise in the recoveries. The total recovered cases have crossed 94 lakh and the gap between active and recovered cases stood at 90,82,816. The national recovery rate has further escalated to 95.12%. India's recovery rate is one of the highest in the world from countries with high caseload. While 34,477 patients were discharged in the past 24 hours, 74.24% of the new recovered cases were concentrated in 10 state UTs. Maharashtra reported the maximum number of single-day recoveries with 4,610 newly recovered cases, followed by Kerala with 4,481 recoveries in Kerala and 2,980 in West Bengal. The Navy's senior-most submariner, Vice Admiral Shrikant, died on Tuesday due to novel coronavirus infection. Vice Admiral Shrikant was the senior-most officer of the Navy's submarine wing and was scheduled to attain superannuation on December 31. He was also the Director General of the Navy's Project Seabird. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh, condoling Vice Admiral's death, said, "Deeply pained at the untimely and sudden demise of DJ Seabird Vice Admiral Shrikant. The MOD and the Indian Navy will always remember his stellar contribution and remarkable service to the nation. By deepest condolences to his bereaved family and friends. Om Shanti." The BSE Sensex remained on top for another day on Tuesday as it finished at 46,263.17 at a new peak, registering a small gain of 9.71 points following gains in consumer durable finance and auto stocks. The Nifty of National Stock Exchange too rose by 9.70 points at 13,567.85. Despite high volatility, the equity market maintained its rally intact as the Sensex opened higher at 46,287.39, rising by 34 points. During the day, it surged nearly 97 points to 46,350.30, days high, before closing at 46,263.17, up by 9.71 points from its previous close. Meanwhile, it was nosedived 413 points to 45,841.67, days low on heavy selling in FMCG, oil and energy stocks came from further gains, broker informed. The sectoral indices like consumer durable, materials finance and auto advanced. The scripts that increased were Bajaj Finance, Bajaj Finserv, HDFC, Tech Mahindra and HDFC Bank. The scripts that declined were Hind Unilever, Nestle India, ICICI Bank. The Sensex registered a high and low at 46,350.30 and 45,841.67 points respectively. That is all for today's news bulletin. Stay tuned to Radio Central News for more updates.